Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. I hope you are doing well today. Welcome back to another No Man's Sky The Endurance Update episode. Today, we have our Awakenings mission on the docket, and we need to go investigate the base computer archives, and, well, the trail has gone cold. We need to inquire about the strange signals at the space station, and if we step outside of our base here, you'll notice this icon right up here at the top, the space station, which is listed as off planet. Now, in our last episode, we had to go out and gather some buried technology modules. We also discovered what looks like a communications tower of sorts, though there wasn't anything useful that we ended up finding there. Just a log that was written in a language we couldn't understand, and that was about it. We came back and we constructed a couple of things. We ended up constructing this teleporter module, this base terminus teleporter, which needed a power source, and so we had to research and craft our biofuel reactor. And then we researched our electrical wiring, and we wired up the reactor and gave our base terminus teleporter some fuel, and it now looks like it's online. Originally, we had everything sitting outside, and it just didn't look good. So we expanded our hut into now a more formal looking base, and we've tried to move everything to the inside here. Now, I think we're going to have to get off planet and go up to this space station. I do want to try interacting with this terminus real quick, though, and just see what it tells us. Okay, Teleportation Terminal. Enduring Legacy, our current location. So that's the new base name that we ended up choosing in our last episode. So it looks like it gives us a couple of other options. Any of the bases, which I'm assuming we've built one of these teleporters at. Any space stations we've discovered, which we haven't yet, so that's why we can't click on it. And other bases and group. Interesting. So these must be maybe multiplayer options, I'm assuming. But yeah, we aren't going to have any options here to look at. I think the best thing for us to do is get off the planet. So let's go hop in our ship. Let's see what we got going on. Okay, now I did end up cluttering up some of our ship inventory with this rusted metal and goop and slime. I'm not really sure if any of that is useful to us. I don't know if I should be hanging on to it. I'm a little bit of a hoarder, if you will, and I like to hang on to things and not lose them. So I guess we'll continue to hang on to them until we maybe know what to do with them. But hey, enough mumbling. Let's get off the planet. If I can remember how to do that. Cool. Hold W to take off. Thank you. And there we are. Whoa. Let's tilt our way up here. And let's get going. I should be able to hold down shift and boost. Yep, perfect. Okay, we are going to want to, well, space station is only about a minute away. I don't think we need a pulse drive for this. Let's just enjoy the atmosphere. Hopefully I can navigate through this okay. These giant green crystals look crazy. Okay, yep, we made it through there. Alright. Okay, welcome aboard the Neglian Prime Space Station. I'm loving the music here. Let's go ahead and pop on out. Signs of life. These are the first creatures that we've seen. Merchant Unbarbo. Hey! He spoke a word we know. Gek. The alien squeals as I approach. They seem excited to see me, though I cannot understand their babbling tongue. Perhaps they would recognize the signal mentioned by the base computer. Let's ask about this number 16. A look of surprise crosses the life form's face, and they release a strange-smelling gas. Gee, this appears to signify our conversation is over. Yeah, you're darn right it does. That's gross. I don't think that was necessary. We've now traveled 15,000 steps. Okay, so station terminus. So I'm guessing now that we've been here, we can teleport back to our base. And if I just hold down to interact, yep, here's our base here. Now we need to be here, so I'm obviously not going to teleport just yet. Let's see if we can find someone else to talk to. And hold our breath while I pass this guy. Okay. Whew. Hireling Ladatale? Ladatale? Ladataleli. Oh yeah, the pronunciation, I've got it. Let's talk to this guy. Yeah, I'm not really catching much of what you're saying there, bud. The alien looks at me expectantly. They are clearly waiting for something. Perhaps they know the one who came before me? Let's ask about the other travelers. Startled by my question, the life form emits a dramatic squeak. Though I do not recognize their words, the shake of their head is unmistakable. Well, surely they don't know. But at least you don't smell bad, so thanks. We've got a work Gek gun and an analyst entity Nadopo. Now let's talk to these guys. I'm starting to get the picture that we don't understand anything these guys are saying. The life form chatters away, assessing me with beady, inquisitive eyes. But when I blink, I see that same red light that stared at me at the distress beacon. Ooh, let's repeat the number 16. We are watching you, traveler friend. Find what we have left for you. Though the alien speaks, the words are not their own. A string of code is echoed back to me through the red glare, logged directly to my exosuit. The crimson light fades away, and I see the lifeform blinking at me expectantly. Whatever has happened, they do not appear to have seen it. I should leave. Perhaps my base computer would be able to make something of this code? Okay, so every system has a space station serving as its hub. Speaking to life forms aboard the station brings the chance to brings the chance to trade, learn words, or gain standing. So we should visit technology merchants to upgrade the ship and equipment, visit the cartographer for directions to outposts or other buildings. We can take missions from the mission agent to earn valuable rewards, or we can just use the teleporter to instantly return to your base. Very cool. Okay, so the encoded message has been stored for later use. When I'm ready to leave, we can use the teleport terminus to return to your base. Now that's kind of interesting. So I had to fly up here with my starship. I wonder what's going to happen to that when I teleport with this. Does that mean that my starship is going to be stuck up here? And I'd have to fast travel? I'm calling this a fast travel. I'm guessing that's what that is. Am I going to have to fast travel back up here to get my ship? While we're here, is there anybody else we can talk to? Mission agent, okay. The life form gestures apologetically. Their exact meaning is unclear, but it is apparent that there is no work for me here. Okie dokie. Envoy Herlever? Herlever. Yep, I understood 0%. Exactly. Though their words are unclear, the badge on the lifeform's uniform is unmistakable. They are an envoy of the Merchants Guild. They do not seem particularly interested in trading with me, however. Yeah, okay, alright. Yep, I get it, sir. I am so sorry. Getting the picture that none of these people really want to talk to me yet, so I'm guessing maybe we shouldn't be trying to skip ahead. There was something else down here that looked interesting, though. Where was it? Ah, here. Is this the terminal? Yeah, the Galactic Trade Terminal. I seem to remember something about these from the last time I played. Ah, yes, so here's where we can buy and sell items. Cool. And if I'm remembering some of the selling and buying correctly, yeah, the demand here. So based on the demand, the price will change. So obviously we would want to try and take advantage of the demand wherever possible. And where we're making a plus, we can sell the items for more. Yep, that makes sense. That makes sense. Now, can we sell anything from our ship while we're in here? We can sell things like these. And honestly, they are kind of cluttering up the inventory. And as much as I do like to hoard things, hoarding money is better. Let's sell. Okay, that makes me feel a little bit better about the inventory being a little bit clean. We're almost up to 30,000 units up here and almost 200 nanites. Awesome. I don't know about you guys, but I keep going to hit the escape key to get out of some of these menus, and you might see sometimes where this menu pops up all of a sudden, and it's because I'm hitting escape. What you really need to do to get out of these menus is right click. I need to try and remember that. Okay, so the encoded message has been stored for later use. Yep. We are now ready to leave. Guess we'll find out what happens with the ship. Let's go ahead and return to the base. Warp to Enduring Legacy. Okay, that sounds like maybe the ship might come with us then? I don't know. Let's find out. Okay, so yep, here we are back in the base, standing literally directly in front of our base terminus. And now we need to visit the base computer. We need the archives to decrypt the code. Okay, I am still pretty curious to the... Oh, look at that! The ship did come with us. We're gonna need to fix this. It's a little... well... I definitely pilot this better. That doesn't look great, but that's okay. Let's just continue. Archives terminated. Select new task. Let's begin decryption. Decoding. 16. 16. 16. Message follows. The traveler finds their wings. Fly to us and claim your place among the stars. Signal acquired. Life signs detected. Reach the decoded coordinates. Arrive in 50 minutes and 21 seconds. Well, I don't think we're going to be walking there, so we're definitely going to need to take our ship. Now, I think the last time I went to go take off, it told me my launch thrusters were at 0%. Yes, and that is still true. So we need to charge equipment with Starship launch fuel or uranium. Now, I do have some uranium that I picked up. It was a secondary element to some of the items we were mining ferrite dust from. So let's just go ahead and use that.
Technology recharge.
And I believe it was just holding W to take off. Perfect. Okay, and it looks like we'll arrive in about a minute and a half. Let's see if we can get there a little sooner. Okay, looks like we're coming up on it. Ooh, that phased right on in. So we're gonna do a flyover here. Maybe see if we can find a decent place to land. Pump the brakes. Guessing it wants us to land down here. We are a little too high up in the air to initiate a land. So let's fix that. This looks like a good spot. I'd say that's a perfect landing. Okay. activate a target sweep from the analysis visor. Let's do that. Right. So we're definitely going there. Now this is telling me that I need to use F in order to call the starship, but I can also, according to that message down below, use X to summon the starship as well. For curiosity's sake, let's do that. Let's stand maybe over here in the open a bit and hit X. Summon vehicles, maybe? Ah, yeah, look at this. Love it. Alright, let's check out what this is. Freighter Terminal. Log damaged. Partial records available. The signal has led me to the wreck of a freighter. Colossal fragments of metal scattered across the landscape. Were these messages nothing but the misfiring circuits of a long-forgotten ruin? Nestled among the debris, I find the pilot's log, blinking, awaiting input. Instead of displaying the ship's log, the terminal spits out a strange sequence of numbers. They are followed by a short message. The anomaly comes for the stars. Take flight. A schematic for a hyperdrive is attached to the end of the message. I pulled the blueprint from the computer, but this hyperdrive blueprint is for a conventional starship, not a freighter of this size. Someone placed this here after the crash, hoping it would be found. Okay, the hyperdrive, a light-speed warp drive. FTL, faster than light propulsion drive that allows Starship to attain warp speed and jump between neighboring systems. The user is advised to access hyperdrive systems through the Galactic map. We're going to need chromatic metal and microprocessors. Now, we've seen the chromatic metal before, but I have not seen a microprocessor yet. Okay, the exosuit guidance alert for interstellar travel. Recommendation is to install the hyperdrive. Yep, installing a hyperdrive in the Starship will allow long-distance interstellar travel. Right. So we're going to begin the installation, then we need to acquire the components, and finalize. Looks like we're going to have to purchase microprocessors, so this might be taking us back to the station. Okay. So we need to install the hyperdrive. So let's access the ship inventory with tab. And we'll hit E to install the technology. And then we'll left click on here to build. Now right, we don't have any of the microprocessors, and we only have 3 of the chromatic metal right now, so nothing to do just yet. And now the acquire component says to purchase microprocessors. So right, that's going to put us back here up at the space station terminal. And it looks like we are going to need a bunch more units. It's telling us that we need about 95,000 units in order to be able to purchase these microprocessors. Okay, so that likely means what we're going to need to do is stock up on some of the rare metals, I'm guessing, that we're seeing here. Maybe like some of that copper and that uranium would be good. So I think while we're here out at this location, let's just explore a little around the area. Maybe there's some metals we can find. Okay, so we went ahead and mined up a bunch of that silver. I also grabbed some extra materials from the area we were around it, stock up a little bit more on some carbon and some ferrite dust. Yeah, not looking too bad here. Let's go ahead and charge up our hazard protection.
Technology recharge.
Awesome. Now, are there any other resource deposits in the area that we should be thinking about? There's a copper one. There's also a uranium one. Are there any that are closer here? Copper, uranium, another uranium. There's also a buried technology module that's pretty close. Let's go ahead and just head that direction. Ooh, we got 4 salvaged data from that one. Okay. Very nice. One of the things that I noticed that came up was a guide for making money. So I'm going to hit my escape. It looks like it's already defaulting to the guide tab and thankfully defaulting to the making money section. So maybe let's take a look at this and see if this tells us anything we're not thinking of. Okay, so we can sell items for units on the Galactic Trade Network. We need to find trade terminals and space stations, outposts, and shops. Right, we found that trade terminal just kind of walking around a little while we were at the space station. Okay. Mine precious metals from asteroids in space, or use the analysis visor to locate valuable resource deposits on planets. The mission board on space stations is a good source of income. We can visit the mission board to find available jobs. Yeah, we talked to that guy and he didn't really seem super interested in talking to us at the moment, so I don't think that's viable for us right now. We could also install an economy scanner in your starship to gain access to economic data on the galaxy map. Then plan trade routes to maximize profit. Find complementary economy types for the perfect trade route. And farming can be highly lucrative. Find a good balance of crops and use them to craft new items. Okay, very cool. I don't think we've seen anything about farming or this economy scanner yet. We just take a look at our starship here. Yeah, we're going to be out of range, so I don't think we're going to be able to try to install new technology at the moment. Maybe when we get closer we can see if that economy scanner is even available to us, but I think for now we're definitely on the right path. We just want to find some precious metals and mine them up. So let's go ahead and head towards this uranium deposit and do just that. Okay, so now that we're back here at our ship, let's go ahead and head back to the base. Not my best landing, but not my worst one either. Starting to think one of the things we might need here is a landing pad. Okay, home sweet home. Let's go ahead and go up to the space station. Very cool, so this narrows it down nicely here. We can just go into space stations and pick the one here and warp. Okay, let's see what we can sell. Crystal fragments are not in very high demand, but 6,500 isn't bad, so we'll go ahead and do that. This is high demand, but doesn't sell for much. Let's just go ahead and get rid of it. The geodes are actually selling for a decent amount, even though I'd say that's even. I mean, 0.2% is pretty negligible. Let's go ahead and sell those for sure. Uranium is definitely selling for a decent bit. Salvage data sells for a ton. That is impressive. Copper 1,500 for 185,000. That's not bad. I think maybe we do this. Let's change our sell amount here. I'm just holding down the Q key there. Maybe we sell 1,000? That should be plenty.
Units received.
And now we need to buy our microprocessors. Okay. And here they are. We do need 5 of them. And there's the 95,000. Yep, awesome.
Product received.
Cool. And we're back down to 82,000 units. Awesome. And now we need to refine the chromatic metal, which we're going to need to go back to our base to do that. So let's hop right back into our teleporter. So here's our portable refiner. We're going to need 122 chromatic metal. And I believe we need to put in, we can put in copper for that. Yep, and this is what's going to get us a chromatic metal. We're going to need fuel. Let's just put in the carbon.
Recharge.
And this is going to give us 290 as a result, so we'll just try and stop around exactly what we need here. Right on the dot of 122. Let's go ahead and transfer this into the inventory. And now we need to finalize the installation. So I think I landed my ship over here, maybe? Ooh, milestone accomplished. Moneymaker, we've earned 177,000 units. Yeah, of course we have. That's what we do. Well, another 10 out of 10 landing job for the teleporter. Okay, pop in the inventory, install, choose the microprocessor, put in the chromatic metal, and that's it. The hyperdrive is now installed. Okay, auto diagnostics report. Hyperdrive successfully installed. Hyperdrive fuel status? Empty. Well, I mean, I guess that's expected. Guy could have left me some fuel. My hyperdrive is complete. Perhaps I really will find answers out there amidst the stars. But without warp cells, I will be going nowhere. I need to find a source of antimatter. So let's tune our scanner to antimatter. Search for antimatter traces with the Starship scanner. Can I do this just kind of sitting on the ground like this? Atmospheric interference detected. Perform planetary scan from orbit. Okay. So I'm going to get out of this disorienting view here and walk back over to our gorgeous base on what is the best planet in the world. And I think this is where we're going to call it for an episode for today. So thank you everyone for tuning in. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like. You know, lets me know that that you're enjoying the content and enjoying what you see. And if you'd like to see more videos from me in the future, tap the red subscribe button beneath the video, and I will catch you guys next time. Later.